And we're live. Bienvenidos and welcome back, familia. Bienvenidos and welcome back, familia, to another live Q&A. Just spontaneous live, getting on here, catching you all up on things and saying hello, see how la familia is doing. If this is your first time meeting us or in a long time, you haven't seen us in a long time, I'm Leonardo Torres.
I'm Erika.
And together we are Erika. Mustachio. Oh, a little bit of Mustachio. Mustachio's trying to make a comeback. I don't know about that though. But you know something? I want to welcome you all. If you all can hear me, you can hear us, right? Yeah, because all of this is new. We had the new machine, new computer system. The camera is still the same, but I had to do a bunch of other stuff behind the scenes. The last video that we recorded, the audio wasn't, all up to par. But I just want to make sure everything's running okay.
Josh, you can hear us. Hi, Josh.
I guess you can hear us. Shout out to Katie Donovan. What are you doing up so late? Everybody's up so late.
They were in the worship room, so I came over here.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be opening up any cues that you may have. We might have some A's for you. As you all saw, I just recently posted that on Monday.
Was it Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
Yes.
What are we doing Monday?
We're finally doing The Chosen season 2, the first episode. Yay! I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
It's because I've been wanting to see it, but then I was like, I'm gonna wait because you're gonna react to it, So I'm like, I just been waiting. So
yes,
as you all have been, some of them have seen it, but they want to see it with you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think it's best if you already see it. If you watch it with me, you might get frustrated because I press pause often. That is my practice.
Yes, I'm used to that by now. We will watch a movie that's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, takes about maybe close to 3, because we pause, rewind, but it's okay. It kind of helps me too, because I catch things that I didn't see in the movie. So it works.
See? There you go. So it's just, I don't know. Leonie and I have always done that since she was a little girl. We would watch a movie and then we pause just so that I can make sure that she's understanding what's happening. But then it turned out into this, what do you think is going to happen? Or what would you do in that situation? And, if that were you, how would you feel? Do you think this character is reacting appropriately, or do you think they're overthinking it?
Sometimes though, I'm just like, I don't want to know what's going to happen. I don't even want to know ideas, because they're so good, because they do it all the time, that they kind of already know the storyline before the movie even ends. They already know it in the beginning. And then I'm like, well, now I don't want to watch it because now I know what's going to happen.
We got David who says, pause, I skip. You skip? Then you must really just love the story. Does it make sense at the end of when you're skipping? I'm not sure. I don't think it would make sense. I'd have to go back and be like, maybe I missed something, right? Betsy Betts, hello, welcome. Hello. MJ Sabi, welcome. Bienvenido, señor.
Hello, Linda.
Linda in the house. Josh Gallagher, welcome. I think some of you were out. You were on Discord. Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining us on here. Aaron Graves, yo, doggy, what up? What's cracking? I have missed this. Yeah, so I know that we spread out the videos, and now we're doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be honest, I don't have a video for Friday because things have just been, just a little bit hectic. Just a little wee bit, but we are going to be back on track. Maybe tomorrow morning before we leave to pick up Luna, we might get on another live here.
I miss doing these lives, getting to interact with them.
I miss it too.
Answering their questions.
I miss it too. Hello from. All right, greetings from Paris, California. We're out here in Riverside County. I don't know if you know where Paris is, but there's a lake right by.
Yeah, we're not Paris, where the Eiffel Tower is.
Paris, not that. We are, just straight out in the middle of the desert, Lake Paris. I skip past useless expositions, boring established shots, any type of filler.
He is really good at seeing the inconsistencies all the time, and then I'm like, whoa!
I'm catching them all the time because I'm always taken away by the cinematography. Sometimes if the acting is kind of weird, I pay attention to just little minor things. Whether or not the acting actor can emote what's happening, adequately, I guess. But I always catch somebody like they put their face up to their eye, and then in the next shot they're like, the hand's not there, and it's like, what?
Yeah, what happened?
Somebody's not doing the job. Hello from San Francisco. All right. Nice. I've got a reminder set for the Chosen on Monday. Excellent. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi, Angela.
And the best way to watch practically all of our videos is to be in the live chat, and the familia on the live chat now can attest to that. It's about coming together for a moment, enjoying the music, obviously, and then there's Erika and I also on on screen, but we're also in the live chat saying hello to you all, catching up, answering questions. We're engaged in the music, and so for the Chosen, we are going to you got the hiccups?
A little bit.
It's going to be a lot better if you are in the live chat, if you're watching it live, because I noticed, well, actually Erika's noticed mostly because she's taking care of the comments section almost every single day. And there are people who respond in the comment section as if they're in the live chat, and they're like, yes.
They'll be like, yes,
no,
that's great. No,
that's wrong. No, actually, no, that's not the reason why. And it's like, I'm not following you. There's no timestamp. So the best way to enjoy them is to join us on the live chat. That's the best way. I'm more of the Chariot fan rather than Disciple. Oh, okay. We're talking music.
David mentioned something.
Yeah, about the Disciple. Excellent. All right, cool. So answering questions, listening to Disciple. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, so what sorts of questions does La Familia have today? They could be
random. They could
be random.
This is spontaneous. So
silly, funny, whatever you want. Truck driving familia here on my way to Paris, California, with a 53-foot trailer. You know what? My respects to you, James, for being a truck driver, trailer, right? Like, am I thinking correctly? You got like a big rig, right? Man, those drivers are so impressive when they're backing up into tight little spots or hitting a corner just beautifully, perfectly, without running someone over or hitting the curb. It's I definitely respect all that. Kayla, you may have already answered this question in the past, but I was wondering if you will be reacting to NF's next album. Sure. I mean, yeah, it's a possibility. I stepped back from NF for a little bit. I didn't get back to it. I don't know why I didn't get back to it.
It kind of just stopped.
Yeah. It just kind of just stopped.
But I think it was during a time too, we got really busy and there was a lot of stuff going on. So I think we fell off the track for like just didn't get back into it. But yeah,
but we can. Yeah, we definitely can. Yes, please, Angela, thank you so much for posting this. If you have a question, please type 4 question marks before and then 4 question marks after your question, so your question can stand out, and I know the difference between you asking us a question and you asking each other a question. Yeah. All right, or in your conversation. So what is your favorite worship style? I don't know how to answer that.
Me either, honestly. But I've always been like what do they call it? Like CCM? Is that what it's called? Like, yeah. Like I guess like I like hill, like elevation worship, Maverick City music, like stuff like that. But honestly, more recently, since I've been just a lot of rock, and like really into the whole rock metal stuff now. But
yeah, we have another rocker in the house. Yes. Question here. Why did you cut your hair, bro? First of all, I didn't cut my hair. She cut it.
I did it. So, wait.
Nope. No.
Wait a second. It was one of those things. I'm with you. Why did he cut his hair? Yes, I did it, but it wasn't really something that I wanted to do. But I'm also not going to tell him what he can and can't do with his hair.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Thanks.
I mean, he didn't really want the blue in my hair, and I did it anyway. So,
but you'll be happy to know that I'm growing it out again. It's gonna get grown. I just hate when like I'm invited places and I don't have a nice like cut, so I'm like either wear a hat or if I am bald, it's always so awkward, or if I don't do anything with it, it's always so awkward, especially if I have like the pillow marks still on my head. But yeah, it's growing out.
David has or no?
Definitely growing out.
I'm sorry. Mike,
let's see.
Oh, no, David, because that's the first one.
Okay, David, any plans for more long form interviews or podcasts? There isn't anything planned. I reached out to the drummer from what is it? The Messengers of Peace.
Yes.
The drummer had agreed to join me this last Wednesday, but then something came up and he said no. So I don't have anything else planned. I do want to openly say that I'm not exactly sure if I am going to have more interviews with pastors. But I'm going to try to keep this channel focused on the music. And so maybe interview musicians. And then if we are talking about, religious practices or worship or connection with God, it'll be with the musicians, because I'm mostly curious to know how they see the relationship with God and how music is involved in their relationship with God. And so I'm going to try my best to just mostly have musicians. And the reason why I'm moving away from pastors is because a lot of the times the conversations that we have with pastors, there's some controversy. I don't want the channel to be that kind of channel. There are tons of other channels like What Do You Meme? Ruslan he welcomes those sorts of topics. And I take my hat off. I don't have a hat off, but I take my hat off for them being brave to take on those heavy topics. It's not that I'm not brave. It's just that sometimes those topics are pretty sensitive for the people that we love and we care for. We don't want anyone to walk away from this channel feeling like hurt or that we were against them in any way.
Yeah, we just want them to feel loved always,
Yeah.
Spread love.
Yeah. And so that's where we are. Have you been to a Christian concert?
No,
we have not. We have not yet. I was hoping that Corey was going to do a concert in California, but it seems like he's just on the other side of the I was going to say the planet, on the other side of our American planet.
Yeah, I'm really sad. I was like, yes, he's having concerts.
Yeah.
No, they're not in California.
They're not in California. Sorry. But we're hoping to join soon. Hopefully, I'm gonna get in contact with Rob, someone named Rob who lives in just a few miles from here. Actually, he's the one that manages Boiling Point, or his agency manages Boiling Point. So I'm gonna see if they're having any kind of other concerts or anything that we can attend. But I'm definitely excited about that. What songs will be upcoming for the channel? Okay, that's a great question. So far, we have where is it? I just checked some. Let me see. Okay, so we have Never Give Up. Is that for King and Country? Yeah, for King and Country, Never Give Up. We have James Wilson, Strong Tower. We just did Josh Garrels. And then we have I completely forgot to cover a song. I forgot what it was. I received another Cash App request this morning as well. I'll tell you what it was for.
Was it a rock metal?
No, it wasn't. For He Is Worthy, His Heartbeats by Andrew Peterson. That's the new one, requested by Victoria Hedman.
Oh, cool.
Thank you. And then Shannon Wright requested that we listen to Sister Act 2 medley by Michael Corte. I have to say that might be one that we are probably not going to get a chance to do, because anything film related is probably going to get blocked on the channel. But that's one of the things that are coming up, like charismatic, structured. Charismatic. Oh, what kind of? You know what? Honestly, Josh, if that was your question regarding what type of worship we want, I'm not even familiar with any of these terms, so I wouldn't even know how to answer if I could be honest. So I wouldn't be able to answer that. But if anybody wants to tell me the difference between charismatic, structured, tearing, intercession, please, by all means, educate me. You already know I'm open to it all. So let's see, what other questions do we have here? Will you watch? Okay, so I'll take some questions like this, but remember to put 4 questions before, and then 4 question marks before and 4 question marks after your question, so I know that it's addressed to us. Will you watch live the new Chosen season? And if so, when could we expect that? Okay, you want to tell them about it?
We're gonna start that on Monday, this upcoming Monday. We're gonna do it. What time is that? 2 at 2 p.m. Pacific time, right? I always say
Pacific Daylight Time.
Pacific, so 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
For those of you who don't know, just type in Los Angeles, 2 o'clock Los Angeles, and see what time it is for you in your time. I just can't list off everybody's time zone because that would take a really long time.
Yeah.
But you can figure it out. Just Google, what time is 2 p.m. Pacific. What time is it for me in Germany, in whatever part you're in. Yes. And Google will do the math for you. That's what.
So season 2, episode 1 on Monday.
Season 2, episode 1, Monday, 2 p.m. It's going to be live. It helps if you watched the season already beforehand, because I am going to pause it. I am going to have questions. I am going to make note of little things like cinematography, the color grading, because that's
we should probably address that too. Like he is going to pause a lot, like he said. So there are some people that don't like it and they don't know. So if you can, just be patient. It's reaction. So he wants to review it and really comment on it. So.
Yeah. Someone said, "Why don't you hold your questions till the end?" Because I'm gonna forget, and it's a reaction. So of course I'm gonna pause it, react to it, tell you what I'm thinking, seeing what I'm saying,
and it just allows us to interact a lot longer in the chat. So
that's right. Interviews with musicians are excellent. We learn so much. That's right, we do. Let's see.
Which is I really do miss the interviews with the musicians, because I feel like. Why you laugh?
No, it's because I was reading this comment here.
Oh, I was like, wait, why you laugh? You don't like it?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I really do miss them. So I'm really excited to get another person on, like a musician.
Yeah, David, I am going to, I'll tell you what I am going to do as well. I have a second channel. Okay. And that second channel is specifically designed for people who are either having trouble sleeping, who are dealing with stress, with anxiety, with depression, with practically anything that might be limiting your life, or that might be what can I say about it? Like hurting you in some ways, troubling you in some way, emotionally or mentally. And I have these beautiful guided meditations that I'm doing for people who are having trouble sleeping. And then also I'm going to have these things called Take a Break with Me. So if you're ever frustrated, you can head over to that channel and go to the Take a Break with Me. And it's just going to be a short guided meditation that says, hey, I know that you've gone through some hard time. Close your eyes, focus on your breathing. Let's work towards being calm. Now, the beautiful thing about that is that it's going to be available for everyone. I'm going to have some that are going to be religiously, geared towards people who are religious. I have in the description down below, there's a link to one where the guided meditation leads you to a phone that's ringing. You answer the phone, a door appears, you enter into that room, and I don't say Christ because I want to leave it open to for anyone, but you could replace the Great Spirit with Christ. He's sitting there with you. He's sitting there waiting for you. You put your bag of burdens at his feet. He whispers something awesome. I'm not going to say what it is. He'll whisper something awesome to your ear. You walk out and you feel just great.
It's pretty awesome.
It's fantastic.
It just helps out with things that you didn't even know that maybe you needed help with, or just there's like these end results that you're like, whoa, you just feel like renewed. It's amazing.
And so in that channel, on that channel, I am going to have those conversations that you all love so much, and it's going to be with therapists, with people who deal with either mental or emotional health, therapists of all kinds, because that spectrum is just broad. So we're going to have people who are in health, fitness and all that, and answer a bunch of questions live for you. So that's why I brought that up. But if you're interested, click on any of the links in the description down below at the end of this, and then feel free to subscribe. And I also have these beautiful 1 hour long videos where you could just sit there and listen to sounds of nature, like you're by a river. I made one last night where you're sitting by a campfire by the beach, so you can hear the oceans, you can hear the fire.
So cool.
It's I that's how I went to sleep last night.
Me too. I listen. I go to bed before him, so I literally put my phone right there on the side, and I listen to them, and it really does help, because sometimes I have trouble falling asleep. So it was really good. Yeah,
it's great stuff. So feel free to go on over to that channel and subscribe. Collington interview was fascinating. Thank you. And
yes, it was.
I'm hoping that maybe I can talk to him again, because
I think Katie might know him. I'm not sure though.
I think
we have to ask her. Katie, do you know Do you know him?
Do you know Collington?
If you can you just type yes or
let us know.
Can we get, I don't know, some tacos in the
probably that was sarcasm if you didn't catch it.
We love you, Katie.
Yeah, we love you. Love you. Have you reacted to Carmen yet? You know what? We have on Instagram because it gets blocked on YouTube. But
we should do one of those.
But I have one on Instagram reaction. Yeah, we could.
A lot of people like those.
Yeah, some people like that. Curious, do you guys listen to worship in Spanish? Not sure if you guys speak it.
¿Hablas español?
Creo que sí. Se me hace que sí. Yes, we do speak Spanish. We do speak Spanish. I personally don't listen to worship in Spanish.
I haven't really either, but there's the guy from Maverick City, I think his name's Aaron. I think he's like a pianist and he does a lot in there. He does an album with them in Spanish. I've listened to a couple, but I've never really actually listened to like a whole album or like a complete song. It's just been kind of in passing.
Yeah.
We should take a listen.
Yeah, maybe soon. Yeah.
Maybe perhaps.
I think MJ is excited about Monday. Monday.
Yeah. Monday.
I'll be working. Sorry, David. Trust me, it was hard to pick a right time, but let's see.
Hi, Grace.
Grace.
Sorry, I wanted to say hi to Grace.
Hola, Grace.
She started college, I believe.
Comment on the music. I'm getting out at 5 on Monday, so I'll be driving, going to see Boiling Point. What?
You know, I gotta go where Katie's at. I think I'm gonna take a vacay. Katie, can I come over? Can I visit?
We're gonna meet Boiling Point Man.
I know.
In October.
I'm super excited.
September.
No, I think it's October because it's somewhere around Luna's
October.
birthday.
That's right, October. Alistair, oh my God, hi! I ran across you on YouTube. Can you read? Because I'm
yes. OMG, hi! I ran across you on YouTube reacting to The Chosen. I wanted to ask you, would you be reacting to season 2? Love your videos and content. Yes, we are actually. That'll be on Monday. This upcoming Monday. Episode 1 for season 2 at 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings. Daylight time.
Yeah.
Jeez, I always mess up on that.
That's okay. I do too.
But yes, we will be reacting. Well, he will. I'll be in the comments, but that'll be done on Monday. Yes. So it'll be done live.
Right. In the description down below, there's a link to our Discord server. You feel free to join it. The majority of the people that join there, they join for different reasons. The main reason is to request prayer. But what are some of the other reasons that people
on Discord?
Yeah,
a lot of things. There's like you can listen to worship. There's like a room for like recipes. You share your food, your pictures, your videos, your music. Food, and more food. There's announcements there too, so feel free to join it. We'll always have announcements there of our upcoming videos. Yeah, that's important.
Yes, and if you go over to the channel, there's we just posted the Mondays. I guess I don't know what to call it. It's not really a trailer, but I guess the thumbnail.
It's like the thumbnail,
the announcement. Yeah, and you can click on the bell notification. YouTube will notify you when it's live in case you forget.
Sometimes YouTube's mess up sometimes, so just keep an eye. But normally you should get a notification.
Melissa Minder. Oh,
hi, Melissa.
There's a face to the name.
Yay!
Excellent, wonderful. Glad to see you. Thank you so much. Can't wait for it as well. Questions. What's your favorite style of music? Says Grace. Why isn't it
clicking?
What is? Oh, there it is.
There we go. Patience, my love.
Oh yes. I need to go over to my other channel and relax. What's your favorite style of music?
Honestly, if I can just be completely honest, I'm not just saying this. Like rock right now.
You love
what do I listen
right
to in the car when I'm driving? Like if I'm having you just know what to put for me now. Yeah. Like that's just what I listen to now. My style.
Yeah. It's like a uplifting.
Yeah, especially the last couple weeks. I've been a little bit stressed emotionally, kind of just putting my mask on a little bit more throughout the day and the week. So that just makes me feel like I could just take off the mask and just rock on.
Yeah, well, that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, so that's for me right now. What about you?
My go-to is always rock. I always go to my rock. In fact, last night I heard a song while I was scrolling on Facebook. I came across an old song that I really loved back in the days. It was a song by Pro Jam, and Actually, it wasn't that song. It was another song by Pearl Jam. And I listened to a little bit and I was like, man, I used to love Pearl Jam growing up. So then I was like, wait a minute, there's a song that I really love. It's called Animal. And I listened to it. And then when I go down that rabbit hole, I go down that rabbit hole. It's like I listen to that live version that I originally heard. Then I listened to the studio version. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I listened to like 5 other live versions. And I'm like, why are they playing it so fast? They need to slow down. and then I listened to like 5 different covers from different bands, and then I'm like, hey, cool, this one's the closest one, and I'll compliment them like, hey man, that was awesome, great guitar playing, excellent bass, all this other stuff, and just encourage people. But it's just that's what's in my heart, rock. But flamenco music is also my favorite. Yeah. Anything that has those sort of like those Arabic scales, all of that, including like music from India, like ragas. Ragas are music from India. They're just so beautiful. I don't understand a word they're saying, but
musically, the instruments melodies. You love. That's usually what attracts you to music.
Oh yes, it is. Let's see.
Hi all, I absolutely love watching your channel. My question isn't exactly about what you do. I was just wondering if there was anything that I could pray over you, any needs that I can pray for.
Oh, thank you.
That's so nice. Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I think...
You know what? Just our family as a whole.
Yeah, I was going to say one specifically, but I think just praying for our family just in whole, that would be
our family as a whole.
They would really appreciate it. We would really appreciate it.
Also, I'm I don't know how else to word it, but I guess the protection of this channel, there are a lot of voices that are attacking, quote unquote, the channel with you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, maybe if you did this, are you only trying to get views, just questioning the heart of it. If it would help us out a lot, actually, if you see some of those comments on videos, feel free to respond to them. My only rule, I guess, if you want to call it that, request. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My only request is that you answer with
love. Always with love, and it's just our motto. Spread love.
Yeah,
spread love.
And what you don't see in the comments section too, private messages, emails of just people who are having a hard time wrapping their minds around someone like me. I'm going to point myself out because they're looking at me as a non-Christian, and they automatically believe that to mean atheist, and then they just pour down their rules and their strict ideas, and I try to respectfully engage with them. I know that it's my choice. I don't have to engage with them, but I want to show people respect. I want to show them love. I want to show them that I'm not what they think I am. And, it causes a little bit of stress, if I can be honest.
And it actually makes me really sad because
I'm not laughing because you're sad. I'm laughing because it's
totally
true.
Get it, because I know you said you were speaking for yourself when you said about they think that I'm a non-Christian, and stuff like that. I have been questioning myself in my faith of even I haven't said this publicly, about calling myself a Christian still, just because of some of the things that I've been witnessing and seeing. I believe in Christ, and I pray every day, and I pray for people every day, and I spread the love, and I continue to love like Christ loves me and all of us. It's just sometimes I see the comments and I see that they're just so still hard on him. And a lot of them are Christians, and it just breaks my heart because all I want is just for us to just love one another like we're intended to, like we're instructed to. And sometimes it's just challenging to be behind that and say, because I question it, do I want to call myself a Christian or label myself as a Christian? I mean, I believe in him, and I'm human, so I'm not perfect every day. There are things, I'm not perfect.
You're an angel.
Sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So when I see them and I see him get so stressed and worked up, or sometimes he's like, I don't know what to say to the person, but I want to respond. I say, okay, take a moment. Let's think about it. Let's talk it over before we respond, because I know that it's really important for him to respond to the messages. Like he says, people probably ask, well, why do you respond? Why do you even engage with somebody who doesn't want to hear you out or even really want to understand what you're saying? And I think that's just practice for him, and it's just him to express himself and be able to really just be himself and still and do it with love, and that's just who he is.
And because I love people, and I'm always curious to know why they believe what they believe, how they believe what they believe, and the way that they process information, how they process, how they give meaning to things, that if you do this, then that means that. And it's interesting to just learn how people are believing in things, and which is why I'm asking so many questions in the communities tab. If you go over to our channel and you click on the communities tab, you'll see a long list of questions that I'm asking, just basic questions, and just just see yourself how different your answers are. And I'm hoping that you all read each other's answers and can see where you may not have all the answers, where maybe you can question your own motives, question your own beliefs, question your own angers. I'm not saying question it so that you can walk away from it. I want you to question it so that you can really get down to the nitty-gritty. Get down to the roots of the truth, and be able to let go of things that are not really all that important, things that you can let go of. And so I've been having some really challenging conversations with a few people, and and it's gotten
which I'm really impressed though, because you've been able to maintain and continue the conversation so well, and the other people as well, just going back and forth. Most people would just cut it off and be like, nope, I'm done, I don't want further. So I kind of just do respect that they continue to still wanting to hear you out instead of just shutting you out. So at least it shows they're trying. I mean, but like I said, you cannot get through to people what you're trying to say. It's just, unfortunately, they're gonna maybe be not stuck. I don't know if that's the right word, but they're just
that a mind change against its will, is of its opinion still. You can't change somebody's mind out of their own
they have to be willing or wanting to just open their mind a little bit further, because we're all capable of having more of an open mind to things. So,
a mind, setting your mind to something.
Like I think today, right? I had saw a comment and I asked him. I normally don't ask like questions, but I was really curious. Somebody said like, if you're willing to open up your heart or mind, God will something like that. What it is?
God will change your life.
God will change you.
Right.
And I was just curious. I just wanted to know like what that meant to them, like because everybody's definition of that could be different. And I just was curious as how he knows that, or how they can explain that from,
And and it's interesting to ask questions, because there's a lot of presuppositions to, like, do you think that I'm not willing to, open your mind and your heart? What does it mean to open your mind and your heart? And, or, what does that mean to you specifically? So it's always important to ask some questions like this question here. Do you need more metal rock tracks for the queue? The answer is yes. He says he's asking for a friend, and Linda goes, asking for me, right?
Asking for a friend.
I love you guys so much. Even though Linda might get a little bit uncomfortable when I tell her that I love her, when she hears anybody say she loves her, she's like, I love you too. Love too. Would you want to act to second act? Would you ever want to act to any other type of film or short film? I will be, actually. The gentleman who originally made contact with me about The Chosen, he has another project. There's another film. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to talk about it, but there's another film. It's kind of like shh, come in closer. Okay, come closer. All right, cool. So it's like,
you can see all my pimples. Go.
It's like the Animal Planet, right? And it shows like the creatures of the world, but it's talking about like how God made these creatures. So it's got, I don't know, it's like that kind of twist. Like it's like talking about God's creation. So
okay. You didn't hear anything. I really like, you both have a good persona for on camera. I've come a long way, because I've come a long way. If you watch my first video, it's actually on his Instagram. If you guys follow him, there's like when he introduced me, when everyone's like, who's Erika? Like you guys knew that there was an Erika to the name. So that was my first time on camera, and I was super shy. I was all, oh, it went pause. That's why I made that face. It literally made like a little loading sign. And then my first reaction video, I was like, now I'm like
it. Good.
Yeah.
Good song. Love it. I'm just kidding. No, not like that. But.
So I'm gonna take that compliment and smile.
Yeah, you're good. You're doing excellent now in these videos. Do you consider yourself a Christian?
I am a Christian.
Okay. Saved by grace?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I am.
All right. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
The question for me is a tough question to answer. It just depends on what you mean by Christian. I've discovered since my journey here that a lot of you have a whole different type of meaning to what it means to be Christian.
I'm gonna interrupt you when you're done.
You gonna interrupt me?
When you're done.
Okay.
Because I need to elaborate on me being a Christian.
Okay. And so like it's simple on a simple the simple answer is yes, right? But no. Yes, because I do follow Christ, and if that's what you mean, like, do I follow Christ? I do. If you mean, am I a Christian? Do I follow all the traditional rituals and all the rites and everything that is required for you to call yourself a Christian, like the baptism and believe this and believe that and go under this and go over this and go around this other thing? Then no, I'm not a Christian by practice, like in that sense, in the religious side of it. But I do still consider myself a student of Christ, which means that I'm going to have a lot of questions. A lot of questions. And if something is presented to me, I'm not going to accept it right away just because you have said it or anybody has said it. And I mean no offense by that. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just a curious person. I'm a student. I'm really wanting to get to the bottom of truth and what truth really is, and I'm going to question it. And I have faith that truth will remain standing after its heavy questioning. Whatever is false will dissolve.
That's a very good answer. There was like, hopefully they
kind of.
No, it was. It makes a lot of sense. And I think that's why I said I wanted to kind of re-elaborate what I mean by, do you consider yourself a Christian? I do, but to most, I don't want to say most, but to some Christians, I would not be considered a Christian. I would be considered, I've been called like a fake Christian or like a fraud, or do I even really know what it means to be a real Christian based off the same things, like the rules or the checklist that we got to check off in order. So I guess, I'm not baptized. I was going to get baptized, but then the whole pandemic happened, and then I didn't happen. My church was closed. So, to some people, I would not be a Christian because I'm not baptized. To some, I don't know how true that is. But I have been, like I said earlier, I was not just a little bit questioning certain of the lines.
Because, and it's okay to question, right?
Yeah,
right?
I think so. I think I'm a little more comfortable to say that out loud because it does make me nervous to be like, well, I'm questioning if I want to call myself a Christian. I am a follower of Christ and I believe in Christ, and I do want to learn more and ask questions, like he does, I see, and he's not afraid. And I think that that's really brave, actually, to not be afraid to ask sometimes the hard questions.
I admit I'm sometimes afraid.
Yeah.
I'm sometimes afraid because it's really difficult to stand against the majority of people, because the fear of being ostracized, the fear that everyone's going to be like, what? All right, boom. And then suddenly everyone's gone. Now, I'm not looking for like YouTube fame.
Yeah, which
right?
Most people think.
Right. Which is why we gave up the whole goal to 100,000 subscribers. I would rather it be a small amount of subscribers and that we're super tight with each other and that we love one another, support one another, and it's genuine. Exactly. And that there's, relationship versus having 100,000 followers and only 100 people that are actually engaged in the channel and who actually care about the channel, but I mean, it's natural for people to be afraid of questioning or to stand against something. And I'm not really standing against you all. I'm not your enemy. I just have a different experience than most. And, sometimes those experiences are not going to fit in the box that people have created of what it means to be a Christian or what it means to be a follower of Christ. And I'm saying this for myself. I don't speak for Erika or for any of you, but I say this for myself. This is a journey that I am walking alone and that I've always walked alone. And it's not really alone because I'm walking it with God. And I mean, what better company than
there's no better company
than God, right?
But yeah, so that's good that you say you're afraid. But I mean, no, it's not good that you're afraid, but it's good that you get out of that fear and you still ask the questions. I'm still learning to do that myself. It's kind of challenging, but
we're gonna ask some questions.
Well, I'm gonna get there. But
have you heard of the podcast, The Church Collective?
No,
me neither. But if you want to email me, or leave it in the comment section after the video, I'd appreciate that. I'd check it out. When will you continue? The live versus studio versions of Empires. Thank you, Moy, for reminding me.
Oh, Moy, it's been a while since we've seen you.
Let's make it Yeah, I'm gonna add it to the list. I'm gonna add it to the list. Like, I love that, by the way, because
I write it on the whiteboard so we don't forget.
Yes. Oh, I always love comparing like a live version versus studio version, as I said a little bit ago. Sorry, I'm falling behind on some of these questions here.
Live versus what?
Live versus studio. Just put that and I'll know.
Okay.
I have a whiteboard and I write everything, or else I'll forget.
Sorry.
I can't wait to see your reactions. Thank you so much, Ashley. Good to see you on here. Don't forget your tissues, y'all. Oh no, yes, don't forget your tissues. Can we get a little impromptu happy dance right now? Hey, Mama Bear! There it is.
We love you, Mama
We
Bear.
love you, Mama Bear.
What the heck what did I just do?
What?
It was like a
raise the Rufus. That's what you were doing. Raise the Rufus. Let's see.
We're so behind.
Yeah, we're so behind.
We got a lot of people on today. Y'all don't want to sleep, huh? Thank you for being here with us for those who are in the middle of the night.
Yeah, if you can't sleep, join the other channel. See that shameless plug? In the description down below, there's a link to the other second channel that I have, and we do some guided meditations to help you sleep, guided meditations to help you be more calm, more relaxed, more at ease, help clear the mind. Live better. That's what that's all about. Let's see. What do y'all do for a living? Currently?
This
YouTube's.
Yeah.
YouTube's. And I play. I'm a musician, so I play. I haven't played in a while, but I play at special events.
I do events too.
Yeah.
I do my own little events because I mean, it's not. It's not that big of a deal. No, it's okay. I used to work in a restaurant for 10 years, so I was a bartender. I did like managing positions. I did serving. I worked in the bar, like all that stuff. So I was there for 10 years, and then I was a bartender for about 7. So then when COVID was happening, all that, like I moved out here, didn't work there anymore, and now I just do my own private events, like my own bartending business for people who do like house parties and just gatherings, weddings, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, all that. Like I do that. So that's going pretty well. Yeah.
So that's what we do for a living.
But mainly this is our platform of income. This is our source.
The music stopped for me. The bartending services, like the party services, has just begun, and so it's barely picking up.
I do like the cakes. I do cakes and stuff like goodies too. So it's like the whole thing.
And baking. So it's that's what it is.
A good combo.
All right, let's see. You can read this one for me, please.
I'm just gonna tell you, man. If God put this desire in y'all's hearts to do this as your natural ministry, then you should. Don't listen to the naysayers.
Hey,
thank you, Josh.
You get 5 Archies, Josh, for this response. Thank you so much for your love and support. I needed this love and support from you all, familia, because this has been like, I told him earlier, I was like, let's do a live. And he's like, really? I'm all, yeah. Like, it was just, and then he like lit up. It was like an excitement because we do really miss y'all. We want to be with you. And it's just, we do get a lot of love from the people that join and stuff. And it makes us feel really, really loved and appreciated. And it's amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. I love you guys. And you have such a beautiful story and an awesome analytical mind. Keep up the good work. You're in my prayers. Thank you, Margot.
Margot, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Please join us on Discord.
Angela.
Please, Angela, if you can please do the put on the Discord link. Discord is a server. It's a free app. We have prayer requests, and you can also offer prayers. So if you just like you're doing here, you could just go into the prayer request room and say anybody needs prayer for for something. Or if you see somebody says, hey, please pray for my mother who is having surgery today, or whatever the case may be, you all can just offer each other prayer, like there, live, all over the world. And then this way you have a whole global family that's praying for you, that is celebrating with you when you have achievements, when life breaks your heart, because sometimes things happen, we have heavy moments. You have a global family that's there to support you, that you can rely on, that you can share your heart with, and that will also share their life with you. So please join us on Discord for that. Let's see.
Have you heard of the band Benjamin's Gate? They're from South Africa. The lead singers is the wife of Jeremy Camp. You would love them. She was one of the first female Christian lead singers. Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Send it to me. I'll put it in the comment section, please. I want to check it out. I've heard Breaking Benjamin. That's another band. Love it.
Really?
Rock band. Pretty awesome band. They did a song with
in metal.
They did a song with Lacey.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he could
what?
Do a spontaneous reaction to the song Happy Dance. Let's see. Modern day Christianity.
A lot of ways we do in modern day Christianity is so twisted, bruh. I think that means for real, for real.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jesus would be flipping over tables in many places today. Keep doing what you're doing, Leo and Erika. Thank you, Josh, again.
Yeah. I love this Jesus guy. I just totally picture him. Hey, get out of here.
If that's your baby, he or she is really cute,
yeah.
By the way.
So much love. Oh, babies.
You guys mentioned earlier you have a second channel for mental health. Any advice for someone who's with a loved one fighting kidney disease? Oh, that just hit a nerve for me. My spouse has had it since age 12 and he's 33. The Lord has kept his kidney stable with negative genetic tests the last 2 years. We are potentially waiting for God to reveal the answers, but it tests our faith when we get our hopes up. He almost died 4 years ago, but God had other plans. Scriptures, advice to help. Have you faced something familiar with? Well, first of all, we're so sorry to hear about your husband. That's your husband, right? Right? Okay, sorry, her spouse. Yeah. And we'll keep him in our prayers. And if you're not, join us on Discord, like he mentioned, and we can help there as well. But
yeah, scriptural advice. Unfortunately, I don't have any for you because I'm an amateur still in scripture, so I can't say let's go over to Matthew, such and such. It's important that you have something positive to focus on, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that having something positive to focus on will heal or that it will be a miracle will happen, but usually when we're dealing with situations where we're not sure what the outcome is, well, the thing that we're afraid of is the unknown, right? And so sometimes it helps to either play out the scenario that is the worst case scenario, so that you can prepare yourself emotionally to handle that situation when and if that comes. I'm not saying that I hope that happens, and you're not saying that you hope it happens either. This is just in preparation so that you don't fall apart if something bad, negative were to happen. Now, the other thing is also focusing your attention on the positive outcome. How do you want this to play out? Yeah. A lot of the times we are asking God for a miracle, but sometimes I think it's important to help him out with the vision of what that looks like. Maybe showing God what exactly does that look like. Maybe picturing the person in health and being grateful for the health that's already taking place. Yeah. Because prayer is not just about asking and then having that anxiety in your being. It's about clearing out that anxiety and then praying and being grateful for whatever God wants it to be. Yeah. And trusting that God has that situation in his hands, and there's no better hands than in God's. I guess I did have some scriptural advice. Yeah, but it's important to clear out any negative emotions that you may have about it, because when you're praying about it, or when you're trying to, when you're dealing with your spouse, they'll be able to see that anxiety in you. They'll be able to see that sort of fear in you, and you don't want that, because then they worry about you, which puts them in a bad, emotional state, and negative emotions do cause. You don't want them to.
We don't want that. And I was smiling a little bit because it's kind of like what I'm going through. My grandmother, who's like my mom, she has kidney failure, and she's 73. She's on dialysis 3 times a week for 4 hours for the rest of her life. Yeah. And she has some heart issues as well on top of that. So, and she just lost her house. Well, not lost it. Well, kind of, because she had to sell it, and she grew up there. That was her home for 55 years and plus. So she was going through that. And so I've been doing really well with keeping her positive. She calls me a lot of times, actually, I'm her go-to, and she calls me and she cries and she questions, and I have to sit there and be positive. A lot of times I want to break down and cry, but I know that that's not what she needs. She needs me to be someone that she can come to and just kind of just let it all go, because she holds it together all the time for everybody else. So I'm like her safe spot apart from God, because she does pray. She does question as well. Those are some of the things that she talks about with me. Why is this happening to me? Why did God choose me to have to deal with this? I want to still, natural. Which is, a normal question. So that's, I guess, another advice that I can give you is just like he says, being positive and just trying to just hold it in, because that also doesn't help for yourself, but just together. But for that person who's going through it, directly, and then just later on, I cry about it later. I'm not gonna lie, I break down to him after the fact.
That's okay too.
So, but it actually helps, because before I used to not be the person that she'd be able to call because I was too emotional about it. Like I would get too, like I wouldn't allow her to like feel what she's feeling, So now I'm her go-to. She calls me all the time, and so yeah.
You want to be aware that you don't let your mind, that you don't want to allow your mind to go out of control and to play out scenarios that aren't even possible or aren't even happening, because the mind is very good about that, playing the what if game. What if this happens? What if that happens? Right? You don't want to play that. So taking care of yourself first and foremost, it's like when you're in an airplane and they say if the cabin pressure drops and the masks drop from the ceiling, put it on yourself first, right? Because I'm of no use to the person that I'm trying to help if I can't breathe. So put it on yourself so you can breathe and then help the other person. Yeah. So take care of yourself as well, so that you can be a person who is very supportive in almost every way. I'm pretty sure that your spouse would love it if you show support in as many ways as you possibly can, and also little love notes like, hey, hon, I was just thinking about you. A random phone call in the middle of the day to tell them you were thinking about them, to check up on them. That goes a long way. It feeds the spirit. It encourages the heart. It motivates the spirit to continue pressing forward and to keep hope alive and all that good stuff. I will work on having some kind of an audio on the other channel where you can just listen to sort of relax or to center yourself in that space so that you can better handle those situations. But I do have some videos on there now. If you're interested, you can head on over to that channel and just listen to something. Take a little break with me, and there's some videos that are like 3 minutes long, 5 minutes long. It's just hey, center yourself here with me. And I'll work on one for people who are supporting someone who's ill. Just to bring you back home, back to center. I hope that helps.
Maybe go like behind on those. That's at 9:35. It's almost 10.
Oh man!
So we gotta
hurry up.
Well, not hurry. We're not in a rush, but I'm saying like we gotta answer.
Here's a real question.
Have you read The Reset by Jeremy Riddle?
No, I have not. No, I have not. Any of those recommendations, send them either on Discord or in the comment section down below as well.
Praying for peace.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
Yes, thank you.
Christian literally is Christ-like, right? Some people need to know that. There it is, Robert. Robert, we were just talking about you just a little bit ago. Is talk about letting us know when concerts are happening here in our area, so we can go check out some Christian bands. Robert, so thank you. If you accept Christ as your savior, that means you are a Christian. I accept that. There are some people who have other ideas of what it means to be Christian. And I just want to sort it all out. Let's see.
There you go. Am I reading that one?
Sure.
It's unfortunate that so many claim Christ is about the rules. Jesus came to be the rules, law. There were 600 crazy laws before him. Don't get in the box.
Don't get in the box. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Teresa.
You, Teresa. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe try the non-Christian label.
The non-Christian.
No, non-Christian label. Non-Christian. Yeah, to further confuse people. Have you seen the movie The Shack? Yes,
we have. Oh my gosh, we love.
Yeah.
Grass.
That's grass. Yeah, we have seen it. Sorry, your icon.
Yeah, we're not saying ill, gross to you.
Yeah, you totally threw me off with your. Can I get an impromptu reaction to the song Happy Dance? What song is that? What?
Okay, so maybe when Mom was asking that, was she asking us to dance because we dance?
Or because we dance. We did a happy dance.
Wait, but can we get it? But that's what she wrote too, I think, no?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
And then we just danced. Maybe we danced for no reason. Maybe we weren't supposed to dance and we just danced for fun.
Maybe we just totally missed it, but we gave them a dance anyway.
Yeah, we're like way behind over here.
Can Melissa have a mojito?
Of course.
Let's see.
I can make you just a basic one. I can make you a flavored one that are really good.
She's so good at improvising.
If you guys saw me, saw me how I don't know. I feel like in my element. I don't drink. I have like a glass of wine here and there, but I really don't drink. So when people are like, you're a bartender, you don't drink. I'm like, yeah, but I make a really good margarita. I make a really good mojito.
We are people of service. We like serving people, and we really enjoy seeing other people enjoy themselves. And in our customer service, we're so polite to people. We really are. Our customer service is
top notch.
Top notch.
I could say so ourselves.
For real, that's like something we could definitely be proud of. Okay, cool. So let's see. Ruth.
Did the sinner next to Jesus get baptized?
Oh.
No, he was on a cross. Yet Jesus said, "Today you will be with you in paradise." Saved by the belief in Jesus, not works. Any questions? Thank you, Ruth.
Yep. And that just tells me that sure, there are rules, but they're God's rules. He could break them if he wants, or he can go around them, or he could show up in different ways. I struggle to say that out loud. I believe that in my heart. I struggle to say that out loud because, I don't want anybody to drop out in here and be like, what? Heathen or heretic or,
Yeah, it wasn't until like a little bit after actually, when he came out and he like said, about, dropping the non-Christian title, and then that was like, I thought people were going to be like, not jumping for joy like that, but I thought more people were going to be a little like more excited and happy about it. But then it came with like, okay, so what's next? And then this needs to happen. And that needs to happen. I'm like, whoa, I started questioning myself. I don't know if I'm a real Christian then, because I call myself a Christian, but I don't have all those checked off on my box and my list. So I'm like, so I started to question a little bit about that. And then a little bit after one of the podcasts, it was a little bit hard. So
yeah, I mostly am cautious because I know the importance of language. Language is a powerful tool. And sometimes when you say certain things in a specific way, you're not sure how the other person is going to register that, how they're going to take that. And if they take it too personal and end up hurting themselves or hurting other people, I couldn't live with that. I can't live with that. If somebody said something on my show, on the channel that hurt someone, and that person ended up going and hurting themselves or hurting someone else because of how they were made felt, I would feel horrible. But I know some people are like, well, the truth hurts, and that person couldn't handle the truth. That's cold. That's cold to me. I put people first. It doesn't matter what I believe. I put people first. In fact, that's what Christ said. How can I love my neighbor if I don't love myself? And how can I love myself if I don't understand myself? Which is why I've spent countless hours by myself, learning how I work, learning how my anger works, learning how my happiness works, learning what all my inner workings are, looking at my internal maps of the world, my ideas of the world, my beliefs of the world, and say which of these ideas are actually helpful, which ones are useful, which ones are not useful. The ones that are not useful, trash them. The ones that are useful, adopt, keep them. But if they're useful, are they only useful to me, or are they useful for the world? Are they useful for other people? If they're only useful for me, then I ask, is it harmful to other people? And if it is, then I have to get rid of it. I have to. I don't get attached to anything, not an idea, not a belief, not anything. Internally, I mean, right? But I know that my eyes were meant to see the world. My ears were meant to hear the world. But when I close my eyes and I shut off the noise, I have another vision internally that sees my inner working, a world that you were not able to see, which reminds me of my grandfather. And yesterday was was 22 years of his passing, and it's funny because I remembered a lot of beautiful things that he said to me, and one of the most important things that he said to me was that every head is its own world. Every head, there's a whole world inside of each and every one of your skulls. You see the world, and you've interpreted it, and you've created a map of the world that is unique to you. And everything that you see in the world, you filter it through those maps, and you just keep adding more things, buildings, you keep adding houses and schools and stuff, and adopting new ideas and new beliefs in the terrain. But you have to remember that the map is not the territory. What is on the outside isn't, I'm sorry, the map that you have doesn't mean that it's an accurate depiction of the outside world. So, you should be careful with that. But anyway, yes. Ashley Cardona, yes, we will be praying for your husband. And like I said, anybody has any prayer requests like this, please join us on Discord. It's just a better way for your prayer to be seen by more people, and then more people pray for you all at once. We have about 400 guests in that server, so you have actively maybe 100 people that are actively praying for one another, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, good night, David. Sorry, you said good night a few minutes ago. I'm not sure if you see you in the next premiere. So we'll get back on this live tomorrow morning to talk to the people who we may have missed. Let's see.
Let's see. No.
Yeah. Actually. Yeah. This week, I played at a funeral of one of my old clients. They always hired us every year for their annual Christmas. They call it a tamaleada, so they make tamales, and they have a big party. Beautiful family. They hired us every year for the last 12 years, and not just for that tamaleada, but for big things like their weddings and other events. And there was this lady who was just the sweetest old lady ever. It would always ask for music for specific songs, and it was heartbreaking. It was hard for me to sing, at her funeral, because it's like I remember her sitting there smiling at us while we were singing these songs, and I remember her husband was very polite, and her husband died a few months ago of COVID, and I think it was of COVID, and it's just been really hard. But yeah, it's hard to lose someone and to still deal with that. It doesn't matter how long time has passed. 22 years for my grandfather, and 3 years for my grandmother. It's definitely hard. It's definitely difficult. Roxana, hi.
Hi, Roxana. Hi, Good morning.
Let's see. Review of. Why not say review of? Question mark. Not Christian or non. Just review. Well, because I'm reacting to Christian music, and I want it to be clear that the review is coming from a non-Christian perspective. So I'm looking at it, not attached to the stories, and then giving you my opinion on how it connects with me, even though I'm not connected to the religion part of it. If that makes sense. Let's see. Do you accept donos to help support what you're doing tonight? Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you so much, Joshua. I'm not sure if the super chat is available down below. If not, there's some links in the description down below of where you can make those donations, and your donations are appreciated.
Sure.
Thank you so much. What's the Discord?
Discord is an amazing app which is free. Yep. Angela just posted it right below your comment.
Yep.
It's a free app where you join and you can request prayer. There's worship room. You can talk about food. I mention that all the time because it's really nice to talk about food all the time. And you just gather with a bunch of people that just spread love and make you feel welcome, accepted. It's a really great place to be involved in and a part of. I would join. So
it is a community. It's a community of people. We all come together. Let's see, what else? Raise the Rufus.
Super chat is active.
Hey.
Hi, Jay.
Howdy.
Oh, it's been a while.
Share my love and prayers. Yeah, thank you so much for the love and prayers. Jacob Cervantes, hola. Welcome. Josh, I'm Leonardo. I'm just kidding. Seeing some examples of worship styles. Oh, good, great,
cool. Thank you.
Please, thank you so much. You can always email them as well, or shoot them to me on Discord as well, por favor. Wow, we got through these questions. I skipped a couple because I didn't want to fall too far behind, but
no, we did pretty good. This is a really I like this live.
If you all mustaches.
Where's your hair, Jay?
Yeah, it's growing back.
Yeah, we're not cutting it anymore. I'm not doing it.
It was just honestly midlife crisis. That's
You should have seen him. It was literally like this, and I'm probably gonna be over exaggerating, but like he was sitting here. I was like, that was when the computer was first like messing up, and it was just like a lot. And he was just like, "Oh, I can't do it. How am I gonna work?" And it was just like, "Erika, take my hair off."
I'm like, I need you to shave my head because I'm going to tear my hair out. I'm so frustrated.
Ow, that kind of hurt my
head. And so she did. She shaved my hair, but I'm growing it back. I'm gonna grow it back, and I think I'm gonna grow it. I'm gonna grow it long. I'm gonna grow it out. I definitely am gonna grow it out. I'm gonna grow it long.
Yeah.
I think the last time I grew it out, I was just really calm for some reason. I attribute it to that. I let my beard grow. I let my hair grow. I really didn't. I surrendered to whatever this is, and in that surrendering, it made me less caring of what other people thought about me. Not in a like, I don't care what people think. No, but it's like, okay, cool. Like you think that about me, that's fine. I was just more zen, more chill. I was practicing. Of course, I was practicing yoga too, and a lot of meditation. So I'm getting back into my meditation, obviously, because of the guided meditations. This is the first time that I'm doing guided meditations, but I have a certificate in NLP. Which is neuro linguistic programming. It's not really a science, but these gentlemen created this system that helps people identify their limiting patterns. It helps them understand mental processes and patterns for like things like phobias and anxiety and all sorts of things, so we can identify those things. So I'm a certified practitioner, which means that I can help people overcome certain things, different things, and part of it has to do with some I hate to use this word, but it's kind of like hypnosis, but they are it's suggestive language to bypass the conscious mind and talk to the unconscious mind, which is the one that practically controls all the behind the scenes stuff, and let it know like, hey, it's okay, you don't have to be afraid, you don't have to be anxious, and we rearrange some maps, make sense of some maps.
Sorry, I was laughing when you were saying that because I was reading MJ's comment and he said, "Stop lying, you just wanted to be like me because of the bald."
Oh yeah. I admit it.
Or admit it, stop lying. Sorry,
I wanted
to be cool.
You little liar.
He wanted to be cool like me.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to be cool. But
he sent him a picture right when the first time he was bald. He's like, "Look, don't tell anybody. I'm gonna surprise." That video was hilarious because we were like, nobody's gonna know because you had hair in the first clip.
The first half I had hair
in the first half, and then all of a sudden you just pop up and like nobody noticed right away, which is even more.
It was hilarious. And then somebody finally said, "What happened to his hair?"
I think it was Katie.
It was hilarious. Let the hair grow. Oh, true. Yeah.
Zoe said something. Can you go up really quickly?
Yeah, sure.
Address it really quick. Lovely to see your smiley faces this morning. I just want to say I'm really sorry that you're having a hard time. I did read what you posted in Discord, and you've been in my prayers. And if you ever want to talk, just reach out, message me. We can get together on Discord, all of us, if you have time. And we love you, Zoe. So thank you for being here.
We do. I'm not aware of what's going on, but I'll catch up. At the end. But yeah, definitely feel free to reach out to us. Angela
is amazing.
Let me talk to you all about Angela.
Whoa, shit, Nina.
What? You're the one that said she's amazing. I didn't say she was amazing, but it's true though. She's awesome.
Okay, I'll let you take the first run about it. But she is amazing, and I love you, Angela.
Yeah. So Angela is pretty much the one that the person that's running the Discord server.
She's gonna say stop.
She's like everywhere. Like she's just like commenting on people. She's in the prayer room. She's like learning how to operate Discord.
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's amazing. She learned how to use Discord like overnight almost when we lost the old server. Yeah. The old server. Anyway, the old server, when we lost the old server, she was awesome. She jumped on the new server. She learned how to code it and do all the magical stuff that happens behind the scenes. Angela's awesome. There's a new feature on Discord called Stages. Discord Stages. I think Stage or Stages? Stage, I think.
It's Stages, but...
And this gives us the opportunity of having these sort of voice conversations and inviting people to talk and ask questions or to, engage with like Bible studies. If you guys have a Bible study there, she's working on that. So if we can get just fill the live chat with hearts for Angela as a big thank you for the beautiful,
she's blushing
wonderful
right now,
work
sure.
that she does on Discord, and for the awesome work that she does with.
I don't know what
I got to show. Sorry, the awesome work that everyone else does too, like Linda,
Mama Bear,
Matt,
MJ.
yeah.
Jaylena's really good about always like being on top when somebody comes. I see sometimes her and Angela like not racing, but like Jaylena's always like welcoming everybody really quick too. So that's really good. I see that a lot. Katie interacting with them in the worship room. David playing some rock in 80s rock, I think. In the worship room.
Yeah, it is really.
Yeah, it's cool. Really cool.
I miss all those parties.
Well, it's kind of hard for you because sometimes they want you to review that music, so you can't really hear it.
Yeah. How to find a good seasoned NLP practitioner, Melissa? That's going to be based on your in your area, in your location. You're just going to have to look through a couple and really find. It's important to find. It's great to find someone online, but it's also important to have someone in person that can talk to you, because there's certain things called anchors. So someone can, they'll like touch your shoulder when they want to anchor, when they want to anchor an idea or something. And, they tap your shoulder to anchor that, so that every time they tap your shoulder, something is activated. So it's important. But other than that, I mean, I would say just look online and do a lot of research with that. Maybe see their website, see testimonials and stuff like that.
Awesome, Angela.
Oh, see, Josh. Yeah, Discord. Cool. Good to know. Cool. We'll ask you any questions if we have any. But she's definitely handling it really, really well.
Somebody said I had a contagious laugh.
You have a
I think my laugh is kind of obnoxious.
No.
So thank you for whoever said I had a contagious laugh.
I can't find it, but yeah.
I think Gare Bear said it. I think.
Oh.
Hey.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
You just had a hot dog yesterday.
No, the hot dogs aren't sandwiches. I don't think they're hot dogs.
Depends. Tomato. Depends who you're asking.
Yeah, true. Tomato, potato. Tomato.
What?
Are you still doing song review? How do I make song suggestions for song? Okay,
cool.
We
are still doing song reviews, and there's many ways that you can make a suggestion.
You can leave it in the comment section down below. You can make them on Discord. Because I have a lot of suggestions or requests on Cash App and Venmo. Currently, we're trying to make sure that we catch up on those, because I don't want people waiting for too long and be like, hey man,
I paid you and
I send you a donation, and what about my suggestion? And
which no one really does, by the way, but we still want to just respect that they're
no one does. It's on me. I'm like, I don't want that.
We're just taking their money and we're just like, no.
No, but the donations are donations. It's just a suggestion. It's not an exchange, but I do want to honor the fact that you made the suggestion and you made the donation. So I do want to offer you something in return. But there's no limit. There's no like this amount for this song or anything like that. It's just they're donations. But you can make it any way you'd like. Let's see. Go ahead.
Recommend a Bible version that's easy to understand God's word better. KJV is hard for me to understand.
KJV. Anybody want to help Gare Bear?
With a recommendation for a Bible?
I wouldn't know. Actually, you know what? I've been using the Bible app lately. And the Bible app is cool because you can check out different versions and then see for yourself. Maybe why don't we do that? Because what's right for me may not be right for you, right? So maybe if you download the Bible app, which, by the way, they're not sponsors, but if they do want to sponsor the channel, hit me up. You download the app, and then you can pick a verse and then look at the different translations. And then see for yourself. Look at several different verses, and then see like, oh, this version seems to be something that I understand.
Yeah.
And then you can make a decision on buying a physical Bible that way. I would say. Let's see. Oh, will I continue with the Roman study discussion on the channel?
At the moment, I don't think so.
Yeah, for the moment, that's on pause.
Yeah.
that's on pause, Roxana, because it's just in light of all the things that have been happening with the channel, with some of the ideas that are presented in there. They're heavy topics, and I understand that some of you are saying, these things need to be said. People need to hear this truth. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, and if you want to say that I'm wrong, that's completely fine. But in my opinion, in order for you to change someone and really have lasting change, real lasting change, in other words, we're talking about not conversion, but transformation. If you are to have transformation in someone, you need to build rapport with that person before you can even start condemning them or judging them based on what they're doing. Or, before I can tell you, hey, you're wrong for committing adultery, or you're wrong for lying about this, you're wrong for that. I need to build rapport with you. I need to build some kind of relationship with you where I could say, hey, can I talk to you about something? And you go, yeah, sure. Hey man, I mean this with love. I absolutely mean this with love. Can I ask you why you lied to your spouse about ABC? I'm not judging you, I just want to know why it is. And they could say, oh, I don't know, well, I did it because for these reasons. And I say, like I just want to remind you that like lying is not something that is approved by, with Christ or God or whatever, or however you want to handle that. But you have to build rapport with people. You don't just flat out say, God hates this, or God doesn't want you to do this. And it's like, who are you to, first of all, judge me, and all that. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's my take. And so for that reason, we're going to put a pause on the Roman study. I think until we can create a better system for discussing these topics without having people feel offended or to feel like we're singling them out in some way and all that.
Yeah,
so
it was pretty tough.
Yep. I hope that answers your question. Let's see.
I'd like to say, careful with picking and choosing what works for you based on subjective understanding. Sometimes we can take things out of context, and we have to be wary of that.
Yeah, that's true. If I can say anything about that, that's why it's important to have sort of that one-on-one with God. Taking the time to spend some time by yourself, to understand your own inner workings, to understand how your mind works, to understand how your beliefs came about, to understand how your thought process is, and whether or not it needs to be updated, changed in some way. Because if you don't do that, you won't be able to tell the difference between your own voice and God's voice. You won't be able to tell the difference between your body's voice, your mind's voice, God's voice, and then the enemy's voice.
Yep.
You won't be able to tell unless you know the difference between what your body wants, what your mind wants, what you want, and the one who observes all of those movements, all of those actions.
Yeah.
So you can remove all of that and be in communication with God directly. I'm not saying the Bible isn't a way, but there has to be a balance. In my opinion, there has to be a balance between you reading scripture and you talking to God about what you just read, so that there could be clear understanding and clear direction, versus what the pastor just said, I accept it and I'm going to run with that. Or I read this, I understood this, and I'm going to run with that.
I agree. I think it's really good to have like that kind of relationship with God. It's very important, not just with everybody else. It should be really with God.
Let's see.
Any more questions?
Any more questions? We'll take some more questions and then we'll be heading out so we can get ready for Mimi's time. 9-9.
Yeah, 9-9. We have a drive tomorrow. We get our little piece of the moon, as Angela would say. We get Luna tomorrow, so it's exciting.
My little Lou.
She's in first grade. She's getting all grown up.
She's getting all grown up. I'll tell her, please don't grow. She goes, I have to grow, Dad. Beautiful little thing.
We love having when she's here. She's so sweet. We just get a lot of, I love you, Daddy.
I love it. Then she goes, I love you, Daddy.
Yeah, she does it like nonstop.
She lays like something like, I love you, Daddy. She like figures out different ways to tell me she loves me. That little kid. Throw the first stone.
Someone's knocking on the door. Do you think your brother will get it? Sorry, I know that we're in the middle, but okay.
If not, it could wait.
A first date story.
Is there a first date story? The year was 1935.
1935.
Is there a first date story?
Our first day we went to the drive-in.
The drive-in.
You didn't remember, did you? We
I
did. We went to one.
that.
I don't remember what movie we watched, so I will say that because.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But we did. It was like I said, I had never been to a drive-in.
Didn't we have Thai food on our first date?
That was the first date. I thought like Dateman like picking me up and taking.
Oh. I don't even know. Wait, 10:30. I think I better go get that door. Talk to La Familia real quick.
Okay.
Because
I get to take over the show. Any questions for me,
Any
Familia? It's a takeover. It's like, let's see. Oh God. Let me see. I've never been on here by myself. I should do these, be by myself. What do you think, Familia? Should I be here by myself sometimes? I'm getting a little hot though. It's hot in here. Your life and your news. Ooh, that's a good question, Gare Bear. There was. Let's see. Can you remember a time when God showed up in a big way and changed your life, and you knew it was only because of God? Hope that's okay to ask. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay to ask. It's a little personal, but I can kind of make it short as possible. I've said it before. When I was in a prior to meeting this handsome man, I was in a relationship before that was very toxic and abusive, mentally, emotionally, physically, all of that. And so I kind of lost my way with following. I still believed in God, but it was very challenging for me to hold on or not question why this was happening to me. If God loved me, if God was there for me, why would he bring this person into my life? Why would he hurt me? Or where's the lesson in this, And I kind of went away. And then there was just like this moment that happened where I finally broke free. I let it all go. And it was a big secret that I kept to myself. Nobody knew. I didn't tell family. I didn't tell friends. I didn't have any friends because it was that toxic. And so when I got out, I went back home. I lived with my parents. I tried to get my life back together. And it was kind of hard because I was still in the mindset of like hurt. And my heart was broken, I felt. And I just felt depressed. So I turned to drinking. And it wasn't a good time in my life. Drinking was like to make everything feel numb because I was still in awe of this had happened to me. And I don't say to me like I'm that important, but it was just devastating. So my mom was like in that moment telling me, we got to go to church, come to church with me. And I was just like not having it. And then there was this night I had a dream of my grandfather who was my best friend. He passed away 7 years ago. And it was beautiful because I felt like that was God's way, because the way he was telling me were things that he would tell me when he was here, like giving me advice of like, come on, Mija, push through. You got this. Don't be depressed. You're too beautiful. Get through this. Like you broke free from this. You're going to be fine. God's telling me that this is going to. So I feel like that was God's connection. He brought my grandfather in my dream. And then the next morning I went to church and I just bawled like a baby when I went to church. What happened?
I'm going to give you the floor.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, so I went to church that day and I bawled like a baby because I felt like God was there. Like I hadn't felt God in a really long time. And I felt him in that moment so strong. And like, I felt like he was hugging me and holding me and telling me that I was safe and that it was okay to just let it all go. That was like the first cry that I did in a really long time. And it just felt like just overwhelming. And it was beautiful. And then that was my start of my journey. And that was like the first time I felt God in a really long time. And now I'm here. And then I met this, like I said, I met this handsome man who was very patient and kind and knew my story. And he, respected and it was okay. Yeah. He showed me kindness and love for the first time in a long time.
Talking about me, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Good.
Is your favorite food also tacos?
Where is it? Oh yeah.
Actually, I do love tacos. I'm not saying that I don't. It's one of my favorites. But my go-to, I'm an Italian kind of style girl. Like I love pastas, I love pizza, I love Alfredo, I'm so hungry now. I love all of that. So that is my go-to food. But I still love tacos. I love a good Mexican food.
Do you love God first?
I do. I do love God first.
Good.
Have you guys ever been to Iowa or the middle? No. I would love to, though.
No. Yeah, I haven't really left California. I left California once, other than Nevada and Arizona for a bit. But I went to Oklahoma. That's about as far as I've gone.
Yeah, I've never been to like the Midwest.
Nice.
Yeah, me too. I love food. I have to go to work. So good night to everyone who's going to bed soon, and to all the others, have a great Friday. Bye, Linda.
Buenas noches, Linda.
Have a good day at work.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you very much.
Why'd you go Buzz Leo? Yeah, Buzz Leo to infinity and beyond.
Jose, yeah.
I was just
sorry.
I mean, the frustration of some things that were happening in life were a little bit hard, and I just wanted to just not have anything up here to pull out if I had to. The second part of it was because it was really hot this summer. It was really, really hot this summer, and I just wanted to have a little bit of a fresher.
It's really hot over here.
Fresher feel. Mm-hmm. But I'm growing it back, so no worries. Reckless Love Hair will be
Roxana, yay!
We'll be right back.
Reckless Love Hair.
Yeah, Roxana's the one that coined it and named it.
Yeah, I actually shed some tears when I shaved it.
She did. She was pretty upset.
I actually walked away and I was just like, Jesus, why did we do this?
She was so upset.
But then as oddly as that sounds, it grew on me. Even though
it grew on me.
It grew on me that he didn't have any hair.
Yeah, she was not happy at all. But yeah, that's what happened.
Yay! This was like an amazing time. I missed this. This was fun. Lots of fun. You guys had some amazing questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we missed y'all.
Yeah, we missed you so much. It seemed like forever since we've done this.
Mm-hmm. Look at my cheeks. Mm-hmm. They're like, because I'm getting a little, blushed.
Yeah.
You're making me blush. Also, I want to say that I don't know if you guys follow me on my Instagram or when he reposted. Our Archie boy is my baby's getting so big, and he's so sweet, and I love him. He gets a little bit jealous.
I don't get jealous.
I don't get jealous. Yeah, you do. Stop playing.
A little bit.
Like, I'll be like, hi, baby. Mama missed
and
you.
Then I start wagging my tail, and then she's not even talking to me.
No, because he really does, like, listen to me. Like, he loves me. Like, for the longest time, because it's been so hot, we bring him in during from between noon to about 4 or 5. We take him out to go to the bathroom. He eats, but lately when he's out there in the morning, he has flies on him and they bother him, so he can't sleep. And so I feel so bad. So he didn't let anybody touch his ears, and they were eating at his ears, and I felt so bad because it looked like they were in pain because they were red. Mm-hmm. And so we showered him, and he literally, how was he? He didn't let anybody touch his ears. Nope. And then finally
he would cry, or he'd try to nibble at my mom whenever she tried to clean it.
So I literally just was it's okay, baby, sit, good boy, Archie. And I would just rub it, and he let me. He would whimper and be but he didn't move. And I was like, it's okay, because I kept talking through it with I was talking it through with him, and he was okay. But and now I'm the only one that's allowed to touch his ears. And he I don't know if you guys seen, but I do videos, and I'm I kind of sit, and
and he
and he looks at me
right away down, and he's boom, boom, boom. I have to tell him 5 times to sit. Mm-hmm. It's he's you don't feed me.
He's like, my mama feeds me.
You don't feed me. My mama feeds me. You don't give me water. My mama gives me water. I ain't listening to you.
I even put ice cubes in his water.
And I'm who do you think is buying that food?
It's so hot. So I feel bad. And then he does this whole thing where I just learned, because I never had a dog growing up or any pets. Mm. So he I give him the water. I'm thinking he's going to go drink it. And he just does this whole and sticks his whole nose in there.
Dips his nose in the water.
And then it just falls all over the place.
It's so cute to watch.
But yeah, my baby's so big.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
Is he still in the house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mm-hmm. I wish we could show you guys him, but he'll come in here and
he'll destroy everything.
Yeah, he really will. He's
just
have you know the movie Marley and Me?
Yeah.
He's all over the
control. Out of control. My uncle, who lives 2 houses down, he has another dog that's German Shepherd and Shiba mixed. Mm-hmm. And she's beautiful. She's beautiful. So we took him out for them to meet, and I thought they were gonna like growl at each other. But Archie was so excited, and he goes up to her and like starts smelling her, and she's like not having it. She's like, get away from me. And then he's like, I just want to make friends. And he'll like lay on his back and like
he like rolls
He'll
around.
do this thing where he does this, like, come play with me. And she's just like, I do not play with you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I just spit.
Coronavirus. I'm just
kidding. Yeah, don't say that word because YouTube will flag us.
Oh, shoot.
Let's see.
I was talking about the city.
El Gare Bear says,
why do you think closure is so hard for us to overcome from maybe people of our past? We know God took it, but times in life we are reminded of those people.
We're talking about losing someone who we love.
Why do you think closure is so hard for us to overcome? It depends on what they mean by like closure. Could it mean by like losing somebody or like a passing? Or
I think they mean like breaking up with someone. Like, so they understand that God took them or took that situation, but then times in their life where like you're reminded of those people. But see, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, because there are people who remember someone from their past and they remember them like sad because they long for that, and there are people who remember that person and they need closure because they were hurt by that person, and they need understanding why did this person hurt me. So I guess it depends on why.
Closure for me was hard because it became with forgiving the person or just forgiving myself. So it was hard for me to close that part off, because I feel like that's a big part of closure. Because depending on what the situation is. For my situation, it was being able to move forward and close that chapter, because it was hard for me to forgive that person for what they put me through, and even harder to forgive myself for allowing it to go as long as it did, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think for you wanted to understand why he treated you this way. What about you did he see that he could treat you in this way? And so you had a lot of questions that you probably didn't want the answers to, but you wanted the answers to. And so how do you bridge that gap where between wanting to know what happened and why the person treated you this way, and not really wanting to know why, but just wanting to move on and forgiving the person? It's tricky because you also want to forgiveness. Sometimes we feel like it means that I have to talk to the person and say, I forgive you, but you can do that in the comfort of your own home, away from the person, because it's really about what forgiving the person does for you, not what it does for them.
Well, yeah, I think that's like a big part of forgiveness. I think people think that when you forgive somebody, that's like you're weak or you're just giving in, but it's really not. Like you said, it's not for their benefit. It's so for you, like you can have that feeling of being able to move on and be really free. Because, we kind of like our own prisoners sometimes in that sense.
That reminds me. So there's a story of two Buddhist monks who are very devoted in their practice, meaning they have a lot of like things that they don't do. They're not rules, but they are kind of rules. So like no contact with women. They take on vows of silence, of celibacy for sure. Things like that, right? So these two monks were walking and they were crossing a river, and the river is sort of high, and there was a young lady there who needed to cross over, but she was afraid to cross over by herself. So one of the monks offered to carry her on his back, right? And so both monks are walking, and one of them has the girl on the back, and then they cross over, he puts her down, and then they say goodbye, and she goes her way and the monks go their way. And a few miles pass, and the other monk is kind of disturbed. And the monk goes, I have to say something. And he goes, do you realize that you just violated one of our laws? Like you're not supposed to have contact with women. Like you're not supposed to touch another woman. And the monk says, in all his wisdom, he says, you know something? That's true. But I dropped her off a while ago and you're still carrying her. See, so like you're still carrying the person in your mind. And so you're continuously in the sin or continuously breaking up because you're not able to let that go. That monk did what he was supposed to do. He served and cared for another person, dropped her off, and then forgot about it, moved on, completely detached himself from that situation. And now he's nice and clean, right? The other monk still had it in his head. And so closure, it just depends on who needs closure. The other person, are you expecting the other person to say something to you to bring you closure? Or is there some steps that you can do to give yourself that closure in maybe a creative way? right?
Yeah. Those are really great points. That was a good story.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I heard it last night. I think I heard it because I needed to say it today.
I think so. That's usually how it works.
Right. Let's see.
Any more questions before? I think we always do that. The saying goodbye is really hard, especially since we haven't been on here for so long. So I think we've said any more questions already like 3-4 times.
Yeah, we always say goodbye for a long time, but we love these conversations with you all. You know, we learn things from you every day, and then I love answering these questions. It's very therapeutic.
It helps me to
it helps me too
in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So if you just joined us and you missed some of the stuff, one of the most important things that we mentioned was our Discord channel. There's a link in the description down below for the Discord channel.
Yeah, I don't know if Angela's still here, but
yeah, not sure as well.
It's in the description.
Yeah, it's in the description down below. You can go there for prayers, to request prayers, to offer prayers to someone else, and you can also share your food, share your stories.
Thank you, Angela.
Share your accomplishments. If you're going for a job interview or something important like that, you could say, hey, I'm going to go here. Could you guys pray for us? You have a global family that's going to be praying for you. And then also we started a second channel for meditation, guided meditation for people who can't sleep specifically, but also, to help calm your mind, to help, unburden yourself, to help understand your inner workings through guided meditation and teach you how to meditate for those people who are not familiar with meditation. The links are in the description down below as well.
Yes.
And we're hoping to maybe have like some live sessions for people.
Yes. And also another thing really quickly, again, The Chosen season 2, episode 1 on Monday at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. California time.
Yes. So don't forget, that was another important thing about this live.
Season 2 reaction, episode 1, Monday.
It's going to be live
at 2 p.m.
So join us in the comments. There will be pauses again, just so you guys know. So just be prepared. And it should be lots of fun. That's for you. Go answer.
Favorite electric guitar. Go. You know what? I'm attached emotionally to the Fender Squire. I played that in high school. I always loved that guitar. It's a simple little guitar. I'm not big on shredding or nice little jazz chords. It's just very simple, beautiful little sounding guitar. Favorite guitar pedals. You know what? I haven't had a guitar pedal in a really, really long time. Acoustic guitar. I don't own my favorite acoustic guitar, but I love Cordovas, which are like these Spanish songs. Spanish guitars. Flamenco artists play them a lot. Taylor. Martin Taylor's guitars are awesome too.
You haven't used the guitar that I got you in a long time.
And I haven't in a while, but
it's been a while,
but we will. Let's see. What days do y'all stream? So Monday, Wednesday, Friday for sure. Okay, at 11 a.m. California time. And then we throw in some of these every once in a while, just to keep things a little spicy. 11 p.m. in Germany. Okay, cool. So it works out for my friends in Germany.
Yay, we got the raising.
Yeah, raise the roof.
Raise the roof.
Raise the roofus up in this house.
It's not going to be at like 4 a.m. for them, so that's good.
That's great. I saw somebody else say that they love these. Thank you. No problem. Not a problem at all. Yeah, join us on Discord. Hopefully we can get some more conversations going on soon. And then on the other channel, I'm thinking about doing some live meditation, guided meditation. So if anybody wants to join me for live meditations, you can let me know if you're interested in that other channel. And then this way I can set a date and a time where we can come on and you could tell us, what situations you're dealing with. And then I can add that to the guided meditation to help you deal with your anxiety, with your stress, with all that. I'm not a licensed therapist, so this is not like where I'm replacing your therapy. This is guided meditation to help you better understand your anxiety and then overcome it. Cool. All right, familia. Sleep or tacos? Tacos. Come on, man. What kind of question is that? Actually, I used to deal with this. Okay, so I'm a musician.
So I know. I just love how this always happens. But I love it. So
check this out. So I used to play guitar at parties, right? And sometimes we would end like at 1 a.m. and I'm driving home and I'm tired. So I'm sleepy, but I'm also hungry because I haven't eaten, right? And then I think, if I go to sleep, I'm not going to be able to sleep because I'm hungry, right? Because I'm hungry, so I won't be able to sleep. But then if I eat, I won't be able to sleep because I'm full. So I'd rather eat, be full, stay up and study or do something, and then sleep later.
Roxana.
That's it right there. That's it. What? Sing for Ramses. Extra arches for whoever knows what I just quoted. Sing a song for Ramses. I'll get banned from YouTube if I sing right now.
Why you sometimes lying?
Why you sometimes lying? You should play La Llorona. Oh, La Llorona. Uy, La Llorona.
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre. Take it easy. Hey, take it easy. Send me a piece of the corn for later. Anyways.
See what it tastes like.
Yeah, see what it tastes like. Anyways, all right, familia. We are going to head out. We're going to go night-night. We're going to go mimis. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us.
Thank you. We love you. And we've missed you very much.
Yes, we did. Thank you for your conversation, for your questions, and the answer to some of our questions as well. There is a communities tab we'd like you to visit and answer the questions that we have on there, just so we can, have a little dialogue going on. All right, familia? So these are my recreational clothes. Thank you so much. And please remember that beneath the clothes, you find the man. And beneath the man, you find his nucleus. His nucleus? Yes. Nucleus. Count off for goodbye. Go ahead. Everybody count down. 10. Let's start it off at 10. Okay. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Oh, and Roxana just started it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to continue. So we'll see you on
our next journey. Peace.